Hey guys, and so today I'm going to be talking to you about stage door tips and tricks. There's probably like 100 videos on YouTube about these, but I'm going to do it in my own way. Everyone promises that, but I don't give a shit, okay? So I'm going to do 5 easy tips on how to stage door, and I'm going to tell you a couple of my experiences. So actually, let's start with the experiences first. So, the prom the first time. It was an amazing. The prom the first time was one of my favorite stage door experiences. One, because I met everyone I wanted to meet. The whole entire cast came out, except the swings, because none of the swings were on that day. So, like, swings don't come out unless they are on that day. Or unless you stop them, which they don't really like that, so I don't know. So, everyone came out. I got a picture with everybody. Not everybody, just. There was 2 people I didn't because I didn't really like them. They were very nice, but the characters I didn't really care for, and that was Mrs. Green and Mr. Hawkins. I mean, I like Mr. Hawkins, it's just he's kind of boring, so didn't really. I love Michael Potts, but like honestly, nah. I kind of regret that, to be honest. I should have. The next time I see him, next time I go to the show, and if he, cross my fingers, he come out, because the last 2 times he has not come out, I'll definitely take a picture of him. All right. And so once the ensemble started coming out, everybody was coming out at that point. It was like Hamilton. I heard someone's video, I watched someone's video and they said after, like, this person came out, everyone was coming out at that point. That's what happened. I think it was right after Fernell Hogan and Juice Mackins came out. Every main cast was coming out, everyone was, at that point, was coming out. It was crazy. And so it was like, 1, 2, 3, picture, 1, 2, 3, picture, 1, 2, 3, picture, you know, it was kind of like that. It was like that. At one point, Christopher Sieber and Brooks Ashmansey was right next to each other, and I actually took a picture of both of them in the same picture. Then I took separate ones, and everyone was really, really nice. Like, Christopher and Brooks were probably the nicest. Well, Brooks was very nice on that day, but the last 2 times I have went, absolutely not. Brooks is a bitch. Okay. so that was kind of like that. The prom, great night. Loved it so much. I saw it 2 other times after that. Yes, going again in August. I don't know why August. It feels like 3 months away. Wait, is it 3 months away? No, 4 months, because we're still in May. So 3.5 months left. Okay. Okay. If I'm cross my fingers, it doesn't close. All right. So I'm going to go. This is the second experience, and then I'm going to get to the tips. Second is actually the prom again, actually, because this one was really different. So it was the last time I saw the prom, which was very recently, it was a couple weeks ago. It was May 4th. I saw Waitress and the prom that day. Fun night. And so the stage door experience was very good. Loved it. Everyone did not come out. It was just there was only 3 main cast: Christopher Sieber, Isabel McCullough, and Andrew Shore. The only 3 main cast to come out. Actually, Mrs. Green did come out, but very, very fast. Like, she was in a rush, very clearly so. So she said, no pictures, please. No, no, no. So it was just Christopher Sieber, Angie, and Isabel. So, yeah. It was so good, though. Everyone was really nice again, and it was so good to be back. But Christopher actually kind of recognized me. He's like, you look familiar. And I was like, and I had to show him pictures, and he was like, oh, yeah, you were the girl with the prom dress, weren't you? And I was like, yeah, I can't believe Christopher Sieber's remembering me. Yes, because you guys know how much I freaking love Christopher Sieber. He's my bae. He's hot. Like, I know he's 50, but I don't care. He looks like he's 18. And if you don't believe me, then, like, I don't know. Okay. So now we'll get to the tips. The first tip I have is to bring a marker with you. Not all actors are going to have a marker with them. They forget, they don't have one. Most of the time they do, but sometimes if you're in a rush to meet people, they forget to take one, which is completely understandable because, you know, you can't remember anything. And so that happened to me a couple of times. I always bring a marker with me just in case. And stage managers usually have them, but sometimes if they don't, they have to borrow someone's, you know. It's not a big deal. They give it back anyway. A second tip is, if a person does not want a picture, you have to respect that and you don't take a picture. Or selfie, I mean. You can take a picture with them signing, but if they do not want a selfie, please do not harass them. Please do not force them to take one with you. If you're a diehard fan, you cannot. like, and you're crying if you want one, it's not gonna work. They're gonna just be rude to you if you keep like asking them. I was like, oh, but my mom really wants me to stand, and they're like, no, please, no. It's, if the reason most of the time the main people do not take pictures is because they're in a rush. If they take a picture with every single person, it's gonna take an hour and a half, which no one wants that. And they could just like really not be in the mood for pictures, you know, which is completely understandable. They just did a huge show and they're probably tired. They're not in the mood. You gotta respect that. Okay, third tip. I did 4 on my fingers. Okay, third tip is to. Oh, I forgot it. Okay. Do not harass them. Like, don't scream, don't cry, don't touch them if they don't want to be touched. I mean, if you ask for a hug and they do, you do. But if they don't want a hug, you have to just. They don't. Okay. You're a stranger. They have feelings too. So don't touch them. Just don't harass them at all. I've had experience with that with another person next to me, and I was so embarrassed. And I didn't even know her. I was just embarrassed. I felt terrible for the actor. It wasn't Christopher Siebert. It was Caitlin Kinnunen. Everyone, she was the girl next to me was freaking out. I was apologizing to Caitlin because the girl left right after Caitlin. I was like, I'm sorry for that. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad. Like, I don't know what her problem is. And he was like, I know. It was like, people can help it. I mean, you do not know, the person next to me might have had like autism or something. I don't know. Just don't assume that either. Okay. The 4th tip. I did 3. Okay, 4th tip is. Oh, I forget again. I have a hard time remembering this stuff. Okay. When you go to Stagedoor, do not push. Do not push in front of people to drag it into the front. People have feelings too, and they can just yell at you. And, you know, someone can eventually get hurt, which you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot hurt someone. No one wants that. It will ruin the stage door experience. The stage manager will get mad. You do not want that. I never had an experience like that. I'm gonna knock on wood so that never happens. Cross my fingers it doesn't. Never had an experience like that. People around me have had experiences like that, I'm sure, but I've never had it, so look at me. Okay. So I heard a story that someone really wanted to get in the front because someone they really loved just came out. And I forgot what show, I forgot who person it was, but it was a couple years ago. And I think it was like 4 years ago, 4 or 5, somewhere in there. Okay. And so this person wanted to really meet the actor, and so she ran to the front. She pushed people out of the way. People were screaming at her to the point where the actor and the stage manager had to get involved, and like they actually kicked the person out. And so that ruined the person's day. And you know what? That person did not have a right to do that. Like, you do not want to be involved with other people's business. You're invading their personal space. They don't want to be pushed. You could have knocked something or broke something out of their hand, could have dropped it, broke everywhere, spilled something, lost a playbill, lost a marker. That is never good. And so please just do not push. Do not push. You know how they always say don't put your hands on other people? Don't do that for stage door. Very inappropriate, very rude, very cheesy, very like, I forget the word, but it's very bad. Just do not do that at all. And the last tip I have is don't scream, okay? Do not scream in the actor's face. It kind of goes with the harassment, but this is just a screaming in general. Do not scream in their face. Like, if you love them, just say, I love you, you're so good, very calmly. If you want to get a little hyper, you can. Just do not scream. Don't be like, oh my god, I love you so much. I love you. Oh my god. Do not freak out. They're going to get scared. They're going to think something's wrong. Do not let them get scared. Please do not let them do that. Just don't get them scared. Do not scream. You could hurt their ears if it gets to a certain level loud. Do not do that. They could be overwhelmed already. You do not want to have put pressure on them. You don't want to have more pressure on them. They're already probably pressured because of like the show. Just don't scream, okay? It's very inappropriate if you do. Do not scare them. Do not scream. Don't harass them, okay? So that was my stage door tips. Hope you liked them. And I'm probably going to do a waitress review because I was supposed to do that, but like, whatever.